Out of the 9,739 people who were in active duty as of 2010, 24% of them are disabled. That is 2,338 people. This is a statistic from a survey done by Pew Research Center. So what is happening to all these veterans when they're coming home? Are they getting the assistance they need? In many cases, the answer is no. This is where Paralyzed Veterans of America steps in. They help for veterans who have been affected by spinal cord injuries or dysfunctions. Let's learn more about Paralyzed Veterans of America by first, how they advocate for civil rights, healthcare, and research. Secondly, how they provide activities for those affected. And finally, how they provide job opportunities. To begin, we'll take a look on how they advocate. One way Paralyzed Veterans of America is advocation. They learn about big ideas such as the Air Carrier Craft Access Act, which is an act that focuses on the idea that people with disabilities get the same accommodations as others who are seen as able. This information and more can be found on Paralyzed Veterans of America's Medical Services page. Paralyzed Veterans of America, or PVA, position states that they are fighting for airplanes to provide safe and effective ways for the disabled to enter the aircraft as well as departure. These are things as wheelchair accessible ramps, places for wheelchairs to be secured during the time of travel, and giving the disabled extra time to board and depart the aircraft. This ensures safe travel for those affected and makes them feel included with the overall population. Another spot of advocacy is healthcare. As of now, the VA Comprehensive Care Program is the only available to veterans that have serious injuries and have served past the date of September 11th, 2001. This is stated in the caregiver's document on the PVA's Medical Services page. PVA states they believe that this is unfair to the veterans who have served before this era and are pushing to have eligibility for all. This would allow veterans from wars such as the Korean War, World War II, and Vietnam to have the assistance they need. In doing this, they are able to provide caregivers to all the disabled, rather than just those after a certain date. In order for them to have everything they need, they also need to do research. Under the Spinal Cord Research and Education tab on PVA website, it states how PVA is diving into the world of spinal cord injuries and disabilities. Before, they had just thought a spinal cord injury leading to paralysis was permanent. With the further research, they are finding that may not be the case. They are now experimenting into things such as water therapy. This is where they would lower the disabled person into the water, and they'd have a treadmill, and they would be able to walk with the assistance. This helps with the weight distribution. This provides hope to all families that have paralyzed family members and that had originally nothing to look forward to. Next, let's focus on how Paralyzed Veterans of America provides activities for those affected. There are many activities that PVA provides in order for those affected by spinal cord injuries or disabilities. One example of this is the National Wheelchair Games. Veterans who are paralyzed from the waist down are able to participate in games such as the National Wheelchair Games. It is a competition that meets their physical needs. A very popular game is wheelchair basketball. This allows people with the disability to feel a part of something and compete in fun games that have been adapted to their needs. Another activity they provide is water skiing. Ty Cleveland was injured and told initially that he would walk again in 2 weeks. He would not walk again for over a year. With the help of PVA, he was able to go through therapy and even learned how to water ski. He went on to medal at the National Wheelchair Games. As stated on PVA's page, these programs provide help for people such as Ty and give them something to do during their recovery time. Moving on, we'll look at how PVA provides job opportunities. Life after an injury requires many adjustments and finding a job that fits one's physical needs. An example of this is the PAVE program, or Paving Access for Veterans Employment. PAVE provides events throughout the year that veterans can go to learn more about job opportunities. These events are held at well-known places such as Charlotte Motor Speedway. They provide hands-on experiences in working with pit crews and on the cars. This allows veterans to find jobs that fit their personal needs and where they can feel a part of a team. They also have a section that teaches all about thank you letters and what to do after the interview. That information can be found on PVA's website. They provide information on how to write these letters and what should be sent in and what information they can include in theirs. There are 3 types. These include handwritten, word process notes that are printed and put into envelopes, and the email. In this program, they provide 3 types of thank yous that can be used and when to choose them. They list on what to use in your thank yous and what not to. This enables a person to learn more about how to communicate with their possible future employer and how to be seen as a good candidate for a certain job position. As one can see, we have learned multiple ways in which PVA has helped those in need. We have learned PVA advocates for their cause by civil rights, Medicare, and research. This has allowed us to know that we must first fight for all people and have the same right and care no matter what the era. We now know that people must continue to research in order to find out what the current technology and ways to help. We were educated on how to provide the activities for veterans and to do during their treatment and also after. This taught us that people can still do things that they enjoy with a life-changing disability. Lastly, we learned that they also provide job opportunities and opportunities to obtain jobs. This allows people to be given a fair chance at work. In many ways, PVA provides assistance to those people affected by spinal cord injuries and related disabilities. Now with this knowledge, you can step in and give a helping hand to someone that is in need. A disability is defined as a limit. Let's make this world limitless.